Hi everyone, so this is problem set 2, number 17. It asks, the cubic equation x to the cubed plus ax squared plus bx plus 10 equals 0 has three distinct integer roots which form an arithmetic progression. Compute a. So I'm going to point out how arithmetic is a list of numbers that change by a constant quantity, and we're calculating a. So first, I set up the equation and I subtracted 10 from both sides so we can try and factor out to get x. So I did x cubed plus ax squared plus bx equals negative 10, and then took out a x, and then I factored it to show you visually that x times x plus b sub 1 times x plus b sub 2 equals negative 10. So all three integers with distinct roots equal negative 10. So then we go and we want to see possible integers of 10, which include negative 10, negative 1, 10, 1, negative 2, 5, 2, and 5. So now we need a set of integers that produce an arithmetic sequence. So not all of those numbers will work. So we look at 1, negative 1, 2, negative 2, 5, and negative 5. And if you look at the relationship, there's either adding or subtracting of 3 when you go from 1, 2, and 5, those three numbers. So then you want to create two possible sets of three integers that create a product of 10 or negative 10. So my first attempt was x equals negative 5, negative 2, and 1. Negative 5 times negative 2 is 10 times 1 is positive 10. And realize how going from negative 5 to negative 2 is adding 3, and then the same for negative 2 to 1. And then you create three monomials to get to 0, and then you factor it until you get to x cubed plus 6x squared plus 3x minus 10 equals 0. And you try and match that with the original equation, and you see how negative 10 and positive 10 don't match. So therefore, you can't take that a value because from the beginning, you want three integers that multiply to negative 10 by subtracting that in the beginning. So you try the next set, and it's x equals negative 1, 2, and 5. Same thing there. 5 times 2 is 10, and times negative 1 is negative 10. And as you go up by each integer, you add 3. So you make your monomials and equal to 0, and you factor it, and then you get x cubed minus 6x squared plus 3x plus 10 equals 0. And you compare that to the original function, and you see how it's plus 10 for both equals 0. And that works because of here. And you get a to be negative 6 if you correspond the two functions. So that is why a equals negative 6.